And a lot of stuff has happened. First of all, we have a new sexy cape. I went ahead and slow bought all of the mats to get all my artifacts that I got during double XP. And an easy casket. So, do we throw everything on the floor? Very close, very close. We want those meerkats. So I am going to take another shot at Raksha. That is the goal. And to that end, I'm revamping all my perks. So what I did was I went and bought 2 main hand Shadow Glaives and an offhand Shadow Glaive for Coroming 4. And then I already did that, and then I got them all to level 9 and disassembled them and that's 12 components. And then I put I just finished this, and it bummed me out. Basically, there's a 75% chance, according to the wiki, that you can get Chroming 4 with Demon Slayer, which is what I want for Hellhounds. And so I put everything in, and I just got Demon Slayer twice. So I rolled on the 25% both times. And it just sucks. It was like 2.5 Hellhound runs to get those to level 9. But I did it again. I bought the Shadow Glaives, and we're just gonna have to, you know. So the main hands are like 17 mil each, and the offhands 15 mil. So that's, 40 to 50 mil. That just went down the tubes. That's rough stuff. But we cleared out our bank because we hit 120 archaeology, so our bank is all out of, it's no longer full to the brim. Let's see. Yeah, I need to right after this, I need some walking around money to get a few things. For instance, like I'm low on divine charges and I make my own with energy, so I need to I buy a bunch of energy, and it's like 25 mil for 100k, something like that. Might be more. So first I thought I was going to do another stack of 50, but I was like, nope, we're opening these up right now. And my buddy, who lends me an OSH for opening sometime, was on. And I was like, hey, can I borrow the OSH for 15 minutes? But he sold it, or she sold it, and made 2.5 bill because of the market value. It's insane right now. So, Mercher's at work. She also just finished her 200 mil dungeoneering. So, came up to congratulate her and decided just to open it up right here. 200 mil, that's insane. But I'm gonna have to learn how to navigate the dungeoneering Discord. If anyone knows what these guys are doing in the Batwing armor and the polypore staves, let me know. Because I've seen them on basically every world. They come to Daemonheim, they run around a little bit, and then they leave. And sure, Daemonheim's a good bank, but they wear the same thing, and they're... At first you're thinking like, oh, this is a wildy setup, low risk wilderness setup, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. Huh, that's a cool looking clue. So in the last video, I got an explosive barrel in 57 hard clues. I got an explosive barrel and a backstab cape. So 233 clues. Wow, 5 mil. Very nice. What can we get out of this set? I've been comparing Raksha guides because there's the two main ones. You have the RS guy who has like a pretty, I mean, to me at least, it seems pretty complicated. You've got your planted feet switch, and you know, I can't think of everything that he has in there right now. But basically, for someone who's new, you can't focus on doing DPS and the mechanics. So the other guide focuses on letting it gives you like an action bar and an equipment setup to let you just focus on the mechanics. So I started off trying to do the RS guys guide, and I had all these switches planned out, and my equipment was to the max, and I think I'm gonna just have to overhaul all that and go back to the basics and hope I can eke out a win. Then again, I can't soul split flick, you know? And it seems like a lot of these guides are focused on that. I might practice. You know what? I should probably try and practice on a Raxor soul split flicking, because even then, like, you know that that a Raxor is only gonna attack with one combat style, so that just makes it super easy. So I think I'll try that. You can get the timing down of when the animation hits you versus when the attack credits itself. Also, with the new, I've been farming Hellhounds with an outdated perk setup for forever, and just didn't think twice about it because it got the job done, and a little bit over the average time for most people that did clues. But if you have Ruthless, pretty sure it's Ruthless or Relentless, then it creates a 0.5% per rank damage increase for each enemy killed, and that stacks up to like 7.5% damage increase. So been focusing on getting my perks right, which is kind of fun. I enjoy the non-grind sides to RuneScape, kind of like the maintenance sides. That's kind of like that's why I enjoy the game a little bit. So much of it is so grindy, you know. But then there's the other half, where in order to, you know, in order to output this kind of DPS, you have to have potions and you have to have perks. And you get a new weapon and you pause the game for a second and augment it and perk it out. You think about all of its applications, and you know, that's where you can, it's easy to get into a rut on RuneScape. Do the same thing you've always done just to gain money and experience. Because at the end of the day, it's money and experience that kind of show off. Anyway, it's just been fun. So 150 clues down, and no broadcast, but a decent amount of money. So coming off of an explosive barrel, we won't be too greedy. And there you go. There's the roll. Hmm. My shadow glaives are not giving me any of that shadow die luck. I watched somebody on Clue Chasers open around, I should have rolled that, open around 1,000 masters yesterday, and he got 3 third age dies. I know that that's insane luck, but because, you know, everybody in the chat was posting their how many third age dies they got and how they're like their total masters completed, and most of the time it was like, you know, 500, 800 masters, 0 third age dies, and whatnot. But it's just super interesting. I mean, literally, that's all he pulled. He got like a Barrows die at the end, but then he pulled 3 third age dies. And I tried to log into this guy's stream, but I easily get annoyed, so I had to leave. This boy was doing some crazy stuff with follows and whatnot. I just couldn't stick around to see it. Plus, I open up enough clues. I don't really like watching the streams and whatnot. All right, come on, come on. 50 clues left. Can we have an end of the road streak where we get something? Although these fortunates have been pretty good to me. And we're getting a decent amount of masters. I opened up 84 masters in the last video too and got nothing. So I usually do them 100 at a time. And to be fair, obviously to be fair, I have had a double ice die clue. So, also blood die. So you know what, Steve? I think you're good. You're good on RNG for forever. It's always good to keep that in mind. There's some areas where you got good RNG and some where you got bad. It all evens out in the end if you play long enough. Wow, another 5 mil clue. Yeah, now we have some good walking around money. And hopefully I can get my first Raksha KC. That would be awesome. Debating whether to try and learn the laceration boots, bladed dive thing to clear the shadow pools. That came in right when I needed it. I wasn't even looking at the rerolls. Or to use mechanized chimchampas to clear the shadow pools. But I guess I'll try both. I'll bring both. And we'll just try them out. Alright, 5 clues left. No broadcasts, but very good money all around. I'm not sure if we had any low-level clues, except for that one. There's one right there that we couldn't roll. But 2 and 1. That would be crazy. I haven't seen anyone get something on the first or last roll. That would be just so funny to see. Alright, well, I'm going to go spend all this and go hit Raksha. See you.